Hi everyone, welcome back to Learning at Home with Miss Horner. Today we're going to be working on some rhyming words. So before we left, we were working on some rhyming words, and I want to share this book with you called The Frogs Wore Red Suspenders, and it's a whole book full of different poems. And as you can see, there is a table of contents, and it is just full of poems. So all these poems have really great rhymes, but we're just going to do a few today so we can practice the rhyme. Okay? All right. This first poem is called Carpenter, Carpenter. Carpenter, carpenter, build us a house, a sweet little house for a mouse and a spouse. So house and mouse rhyme with the word spouse. Spouse is another word for a husband or a wife. So house, mouse, spouse, they all have the same ending, which is why they rhyme. A mouse and a spouse and a family too. We know that you can, and we hope that you... Two rhymes with do. To do. Even though this one has the double O, ooh, and this one doesn't, it's the sound that makes them rhyme, not always how they're spelled. So to do, they have the same ending. Build it of brick so it's cozy and warm to keep us from harm in a cold winter. Did you guess that already? Warm rhymes with storm. They kind of have the same ending, even though this is an R word, A-R, and this is an OR word. The way that they sound when you say them pretty quickly, warm, storm, they do sound like they rhyme. Sometimes words aren't always a perfect rhyme, but sometimes we just call them like a near rhyme. And it works for the poem. As soon as you finish, we'll pay you with cheese. Carpenter, carpenter, build our house. What would you say to someone if you were asking for them to do something for you? Please. Cheese rhymes with please. Cheese, please. So that was a really good rhyming. Let's do some more. All right, this next one, I'm skipping to page 17. And let's see if you can get these ones. This one's called In a Winter Meadow. In a winter meadow, icy breezes blow, snowshoe hares are running softly through the... Blow rhymes with snow. They both have the OW ending, and you can tell from the picture that this is a winter scene, so blow, snow. Up and down they scurry, darting left and right. Snowshoe hares are running, dressed in winter. What rhymes with right? They're dressed in winter white. The color white. Right, white. Again, they're not spelled the same, but that's okay. Rhyming has to do with how it sounds. So that one was fun. Let's go to the next one. You're gonna love this one. It's really funny. Let me just find it. Okay, this one's called There Was a Tiny Baker. So now I want you to try to guess what are the words that rhyme. There was a tiny baker who had a tiny shop. He baked a tiny cookie with frosting on the... He snatched it from the oven and ate that cookie up, then washed it down with sarsaparilla from a tiny... So we have shop rhymes with, and up rhymes with, Got your guesses? Let's see if you were right. There was a tiny baker who had a tiny shop. He baked a tiny cookie with frosting on the top. Shop top. He snatched it from the oven and ate that cookie up, then washed it down with sarsaparilla from a tiny cup. Were you right? Those ones were easy rhymes. Shop, top. Shop top, both end in op, and up, and he drank it from a tiny cup. Up, cup, both have the same ending. In fact, the word up is in cup. So of course they rhyme. All right. Let's go to the next one. This one is about a silly grandmother. It's called Granny Gooding. Granny Gooding lost her footing, fell into a pudding vat. There was pudding on her jacket, pudding in her... There was pudding in her slippers, pudding on her dress. Ever since she lost her footing, Granny Gooding's been a... Okay, these are the two words. She fell into a vat, and she got pudding in her... She's got pudding all over her dress, and she made quite a... Let's see if you were right. Granny Gooding lost her footing, fell into a pudding vat. There was pudding on her jacket, pudding in her hat. There was pudding in her slippers, pudding on her dress. Ever since she lost her footing, Granny Gooding's been a mess. So we have vat, hat, dress, mess. Did you get it? I hope so. All right, the last one. I'm going to show you first because then I want you to see if you can get the words and then message me if you can figure out the words that rhymed. So we have, in this poem, you're going to see the word ties, 8, pile, fed. And you have to see what are the words that are going to rhyme. Ties is going to rhyme with something. 8 rhymes with pile, rhymes with, and fed rhymes with. Okay. This poem is called 10 Brown Bears. It's our last one. Let me know what words rhyme. 10 brown bears with big bow ties gobbled plates of apple, and with every pie they ate, they piled up an empty. When they had a 10-foot pile, they arose in single, and with bellies fat and fed, 10 brown bears marched home to. So that is our challenge poem with these words that you heard in the poem, and you guess what rhyming word makes sense. All right, thanks for listening.